So this is the story of how I almost got arrested. I was 17 years old at the time, and my little sister wanted to practice her dance routine for an upcoming performance, and since our house wasn't big enough, she wanted to go to a secluded area in our neighborhood to practice. For context, we live in a safer area where abnormal things generally don't happen. In addition to this, I do Chinese line dancing, and our routine has martial arts sets, which I also perform. When the day came that my sister wanted to practice, she didn't want to go alone and had asked me to go with her to watch over her. And since Chinese New Year's was coming up and I also wanted to practice for it, I figured that I could kill two birds with one stone. So I brought my flimsy performance sword out and we went to the area to practice. After about 30 minutes of practicing our own things, me and my sister decided to head back home in order to take a break and to grab some extra stuff. In hindsight, this is probably where one of our neighbors called the police to report me for carrying around a sword. When we went out the second time to continue practicing, a police car passed by our house, which normally wouldn't be weird, but then a second police car passes by and turns onto our street. A few cops came out of the second car and approached us to talk to me. I just remember being scared half to death because it was the first time I had a run-in with cops. After the standard cop pat-down questioning where I explained what I was doing and why my weapon wasn't dangerous, the cop left without much incident. I feel like if I was 18 then, I would have actually been arrested. And obviously nobody was really in the wrong here. The neighbors weren't necessarily wrong for calling the police were just doing their job, and I was just practicing a hobby. However, I did end up resenting the neighborhood I lived in because I wasn't allowed to practice in the area anymore, and I had to do it in a private setting from that point on. I mean, at the very least, my sister got to finish practicing her dance.